satisfaction of your tingles. Don't listen to Stitch. Have you ever felt like maybe this whole time you haven't been getting the real, full experience of AS? Have you ever felt like maybe you could do to feel a little bit more when you're listening to find out if you are feeling ASMR to the fullest of your capacity. And we're going to use a few different methods and techniques to help you to feel it. Now, ASMR can be felt from a lot of different ways, a lot of different directions, and a lot of different techniques. You can feel it when someone just gets very close to you, and you just feel that sense of their presence near you. Maybe you feel the sensation of their hand up against the sides of your head. Or you can feel it through the sense of touch. Someone just runs their finger down along your skin, along your back, your shoulders. But that's more of a thing you have to do outside in the real world. But the one thing that we can for sure always test here is your ability to hear, your ability to feel ASMR through your left and your right. And so we're going to work on that. We'll start with a bass line, a low beginning, something simple to get a feel for where your ASMR starts. And we're going to look for that deep, true sensation. The one that's hard to catch. Now, the sound of my skin. Just running along your ears. I want you to feel along with me as we just look for where exactly it is. Where exactly it is that your tingles, your ASMR, where does it start? Okay. And we'll progressively work up to more and more aggressive experiments. Just listen for now. We're holding this for another reason. Tell me, how does it feel? A little slower. Okay. Now we're gonna gauge something a little different. What I want to do with you is we're going to gauge your distance reactions. Okay. So I'm going to take a sound. The sound of my fingers, for example. As they get closer and closer. I want to know how your ears react, how your brain reacts to the sound of the ASMR. Further away. Closer. Further away. Closer. And we have one special trigger. Stitch. We'll be bringing him back. And his little bag of crinkles that he's holding. Now listen. We're going to start far away. It's going to get a little closer. until it's right next to you. And we'll repeat the process over here. Just progressively getting closer. And closer. And closer. Until we're right on down. Do you feel that? A bit more sporadic now. Just relax with me, okay? Just like that. Slowly, carefully. Now, you see this object? I'm going to squeeze it next to your ear. And when I do, you will feel ASMR. But not until I say when. Okay. I'll count to 3. From 3 down to 0. And when I say 0, I'm gonna squeeze it, but not until then. Are you with me? This is Anticipatory ASMR. If you forgot. 3, 2, 1. Zero. One more time. 3, 2, ASMR to the fullest. Okay. And there's another fun trigger that I know. And this one requires my voice, so you can just listen. Now, I would rank this pretty high on the ASMR tier list, but I think it might depend on the person listening. But as you're listening to my voice, I think you'll just begin to notice that as I continue talking and speaking to you, my voice just begins to slow down. And as my voice slows down and begins to move in a way that your brain is entirely unaccustomed to, you'll notice that your thoughts begin to also slow down, to slow down very, very, very dramatically, much slower and slower and slower than you've ever realized that you've thought about before. And as your thoughts begin to slow down, your mind begins to follow along and just slow down and slow down along together. And the slower that I speak to you in this very, very slow tone, the slower your mind and your body follow along with me. And you may start to even notice that as your thoughts are so slow, so incredibly slow, that your mind just begins to slowly fall into a deep state of relaxation. And the more relaxed you feel, the more tingles and ASMR that just flows over your head and around your scalp and flows over your ears and down, 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 down your back. It goes all the way down, down, and slowly down. It follows. And as my voice now just begins to pick up the pace again a little bit, you might come a little bit out of that slight ASMR inducing state of mind, and we'll practice and look for our goal of finding true, real ASMR techniques, as there are so many ways to do it, right? And there's so many ways to do it wrong. So let's find out, what is the wrong way for you? Okay. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to focus from ear to ear, as isolating your ears from your right and from your left are highly effective at bringing on tingles. So I'm going to grab a simple trigger, and I want you to tell me, as we isolate your ears and you listen to this sound, which ear becomes more effective. By taking in these sounds and giving you a stronger sense of ASMR. We'll just listen to this sound for around your right side. Notice how the sound changes depending on where the hole is facing. Can you decide which side is better for you? Cover this hole. The sound changes once again, as does my voice. This is a process known as lidding.
side. Now focus on your left. Focus on your left. Focus. I want you to feel the best ASMR. Focus on your right. And together we get closer and closer to finding the way to the perfect ASMR. Every day.
Here's what we're going to do next. Stitch is now the enemy. Look at him. Do not grant him the satisfaction of your tingles. Alright. He's going to trigger this bag in one ear. I'm going to use a quieter trigger in this ear. Your opposite. I want you to focus on this trigger, not that. Okay? Don't give him the satisfaction. Focus. Here. Over here. On your left. Don't listen to Stitch. Just focus on anything else. You passed the first test. Don't listen to Stitch. Follow this sound.
can listen. Listen to Stitch. And nothing else. Just listen to Stitch.
You to close your eyes.
Your eyes.
For this next test.
If you can just be so gracious as to cover them up. Right up.
Like that.
There. Are your eyes closed?
Okay. I'm trusting you.
And I promise, the more shut they are, the better this will work.
And we're going to grab a few sounds, triggers, items. And you don't need to do anything except
Tell me which ones worked the best for you, okay?
so just listen.
This is an old classic.
Of course, the further we peel this tape,
The deeper the sound gets,
as the vibrations
get more and more
stretched out.
we won't go too far. This is box tape, paper tape. What do you call this? Keep your eyes closed. You have to guess. You recognize the sound, don't you? Just gonna crush it very slowly.
Do a tiny little ball
Of tape. I discovered this trigger, I don't know,
7 years ago.
back before we had
Mics. Back before we had lights
in a studio.
back before we knew that making a video about one singular trigger was not the most interesting thing in the world.
That one did pretty well, so I haven't forgotten the tape triggers.
Now listen to this.
How effective is this?
Tiny, minuscule, thinly layered
Brushes. Gently grazing
over your ears. But what if we make your ears
a little more sensitive? Here's one we haven't done in a while.
Let's just brush your ear.
Very gently.
It's quite sensitive
Today. Oh, there's a difference. I hear it.
So let's switch to something made more for the mics.
Oops. It's falling apart. I'm gonna place this in your ear. Here. Very gently.
These can easily overwhelm your ears.
Do you like that sound?
Let me see if I can replicate it.
Over here.
Not bad.
I have one more.
Tell me what you think about this.
Do the tingles work? place this back down. It's my favorite part. Okay. You can open your eyes again if you want to see what's about to happen to you next. I can promise you, though, it's probably better to keep them shut. But we're going to do some sound experiments. As I have a very large pipe, and I'm going to resist the urge to make a dirty joke. Now, we're just going to very quietly, carefully, back and forth, just moving my voice towards your head like an instrument. An ASMR pipe made specifically for your ability to tingle. We're just going to go back and forth around your head as you feel the pressure of my voice just literally moving, guided by this remarkable piece of plastic manufacturing. And tell me, do you feel the ASMR? Do you feel it flowing from the side of your head to the back of your head, and around it goes to the other side of your head, and right directly down. All the way it goes. ASMR. I do hope so. If not, come back. We'll get it. I can almost guarantee it. At this point, my friends, it is time to go. Thank you for taking the time to watch and somehow resisting the urge to sleep enough to get all the way to the end of this video. I appreciate it, but it's not a requirement. I'll get you all in the next big idea. Pretty sure I have one. Good night, everyone. I'll let you go.